Everyone, welcome to Solar Integrations. In today's video I'm going to show you how to connect your Home Assistant to EskomSePush, and so that you can get this great information on your dashboard. It'll tell you things like what the current load shedding status is, when the next load shedding is forecast for, and how many hours in how many hours time that's going to be. So if you find that interesting, please stay tuned. We can use this information for doing things like changing our battery settings in automations. So if our load shedding level goes up to stage 4, say, then keep extra power in reserve on the battery, that type of thing. And also automations for automatically switching off geysers and that type of thing. So this information is very useful. The first thing that we're going to need to do is we're going to have to apply for an API key, or an access to the EskomSePush API. And what that does is it allows our Home Assistant server box to speak directly to the EskomSePush server, so that it can get updates as to what the current load shedding status is, and all that information for those sensors. The guys from EskomSePush have very kindly got a free level. You can also, which gives us 50 requests a day. Usually you get your box to update once an hour, which gives you a bit of headroom on that side. There are some limitations. You can't have more than one API key requesting from the same IP address. Otherwise it flags your API key as a spammer and abusing their API. If you go over 50 requests a day, it locks it down, and it'll reset that night and enable it again the next day. If you are going to be needing more than to use more than one API key from an IP address, or you want more frequent requests, you can subscribe to a 200 requests a day for $12 a month, or 2,500 requests a day for $550 a month. So that would be a lot of requests, and you can do that from multiple IP addresses. What you want to do is click on, it says here purchase again. I think on your one it'll probably just say purchase. You click on that, fill in your email address, name, click on get, and it will give you an API key which you need to copy. Once you've got that API key, okay, we're going to be installing the integration through Hacks. The integration we're going to be installing today is from Werner Peterson. He's quite active with this integration, and it's kept up to date. These things do tend to change a little bit, so I suggest you install through Hacks so that it stays up to date. In his integration, he's got full instructions and he's got some sample files. I'll be going through how to set that up as well. So in Hacks, we're going to go into integrations, and we are going to search for load shedding. That's it over there. You'll see at the top it says Werner HP. Click on download. It'll install the integration for you. You also have some additional bits and pieces that you need to install on the front end side. If you have a look in the GitHub page, it's got a list of them down here. Template entity row, so that's the first one we're going to search for. Template entity row, there it is there. Let's install that. Okay, the second one we want to install is mushroom card. So we've got template entity row has been installed. Mushroom, so we can build our mushroom cards. So that gives us some other additional cards for our Home Assistant. They look very pretty, so you need to have those as well for Werner's cards to work. And then there's the atomic calendar, and that will give us the calendar for our scheduled load shedding that's coming through. Let's let that finish. Okay, reload, back there. Okay, then once we've got all of that, I'm just going to reboot my system. Let's just let that finish. Okay, so let's just restart. The load shedder in Hacks. We're now going to need to go to integrations, add an integration, and we're going to install load shedding over there. I'm going to put in my API key. Okay, once you've put in your API key, I'm not showing you my API key, but once you put it in, you'll get to this screen where you put in your suburb that you're in, and it will go and look it up. And you click that over there, go submit. Okay, now what it will do over here, if you go to entities, it'll show you the entities, the sensors that you've got. So there are sensor load shedding. That's my one over there. That's for Cape Town. You can change this one. So there we've got the Eskom one, which will give us our Eskom load shedding. Anyway, if we go to, I created these cards over here. These are all pre-populated with, if you go to Werner's GitHub page and you go to examples, you will see that he has these 4 cards over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If you have a look on my screen here, I've got card 1, card 2, card 3, and card 4. If you just have a look on his cards at his YAML code, you will see you just need to change the entities. Like we probably don't need the Cape Town entity unless we're in Cape Town, so you can hash that out. And you also need to change this sensor value over here, and you need to put in your own area in over there so that it will obviously give you the correct area. And there's this over here. I think you can just change that to your own sensor. Let me just go over here, edit dashboard. So if I want to see what my one looks like, I can change the entities over here, or I can go into the code editor and I can change them over here as well. Otherwise, it's relatively easy. And if you have any questions, let me know on the powerforum.co.za, on the forum group there. And good luck. We're going to use this data in upcoming automations and dashboards. So if you aren't subscribed, please like and subscribe. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. See you later.